Abandon. To abandon something is to leave it forever or for a long time.
The old room had been abandoned years before.
Abbey. An abbey is a house or a group of houses where monks or nuns live.
When the monk returned to the abbey, he went immediately to his bedroom.
Abide. To abide by something, like a rule, means to obey it.
If you want to play the game with us, you must be willing to abide by our rules.
Ability. Ability is the quality of a person being able to do something well.
His swimming abilities let him cross the entire lake.
Abnormal. If something is abnormal, it is strange or not normal.
Her idea of art is a bit too abnormal for me.
Aboard. When someone is aboard a ship or plane, they are on or in it.
They climbed aboard the kayak and paddled through the river.
Abolish. To abolish something means to put an end to it, such as a system or law.
President Lincoln abolished slavery in the U.S.
Aborigine. An Aborigine is a native of Australia before Europeans lived there.
The Aborigines created beautiful artwork.
Above. If something is above, it is at a higher level than something else.
He straightened the sign that was above the crowd.
Abroad. If someone goes or travels abroad, they go to another country.
My brother wants to go abroad next year.
Absence. Absence is the state of something being away.
There is an absence of sand in the hourglass.
Absolute. If something is absolute, it is total or complete.
My presentation was an absolute disaster. It was terrible.
Absorb. To absorb a liquid means to take it inside.
He used a sponge to absorb the water on the floor.
Abstract. If ideas are abstract, they are based on general ways of thinking.
The idea of beauty is abstract and changes over time.
Absurd. If something or someone is absurd, they are ridiculous.
That group of people making animal noises sounds completely absurd.
Abundant. If something is abundant, then it is available in large quantities.
Cakes, cookies, and candy were so abundant that the child was very happy.
Abuse. To abuse someone or something means to hurt them on purpose.
The mean man abused his dog when it barked too loudly.
Academy. An academy is a special type of school.
There are many courses taught at the academy that I go to.
Accelerate. To accelerate means to increase in speed.
When he stepped on the gas pedal, the motorcycle accelerated.
Accent. An accent is a certain way of speaking that shows where a person is from.
The new teacher's accent was clearly a German one.
Accept. To accept something that is offered is to take it.
I accepted the girl's very nice gift.
Access. Access is the right to enter or use something.
The manager was the only person with access to the password.
Accessory. An accessory is a thing that is added to another thing to make it look better.
The store sold colorful accessories like bags, sunglasses, and makeup.
Accident. An accident is an unexpected, undesirable event.
She had to go to the hospital after she was in a serious car accident.
Accommodate. To accommodate is to have enough room.
The meeting room can accommodate 9 people.
Accompany. To accompany other people means to join them or go with them.
My brothers accompanied me to the movie.
Accomplish. To accomplish something means to finish it.
He accomplished his goal of running 10 miles.
Accordingly. If someone acts accordingly, they act in a way that is suitable.
He feels like he did a good job, and his boss should pay him accordingly.
Account. An account with a bank is an arrangement to keep one's money there.
After I paid for the new car, my bank account was nearly empty.
Accountant. An accountant is a person whose job is to keep financial accounts.
The accountant helped me keep track of my money.
Accumulate. To accumulate something is to collect a lot of it over time.
The mail accumulated in their mailbox while they were on vacation.
Accurate. If something is accurate, it is completely correct.
The story in the newspaper wasn't very accurate.
Accuse. To accuse someone of something is to blame them for doing it.
She accused her brother of breaking her computer.
Accustomed. When you become accustomed to something, you are in the habit of it.
Grandfather is accustomed to reading the newspaper every morning.
Ache. If something aches, it hurts.
Mindy's head ached because she bumped it against the wall.
Achieve. To achieve something is to successfully do it after trying hard.
I was happy that I could achieve my goal.
Acid. An acid is a chemical that can burn or dissolve other substances.
In chemistry class, we mixed 2 acids together and watched the reaction.
Acknowledge. If you acknowledge something, you accept that it is true or that it exists.
The teacher acknowledged that the young student was hungry.
Acquaint. To acquaint is to get to know something or someone.
Nancy acquainted herself with the new computer.
Acquire. To acquire something is to gain possession of it.
Tina acquired a strange package yesterday.
Acquisition. An acquisition is something that a person buys or gets in some way.
Marty was happy with his new acquisition, a very fast bicycle.
Acrobat. An acrobat is a person who entertains people by doing amazing physical things.
There were acrobats at the circus that did impressive and complicated jumps.
Across. To go across something is to go to the other side of it.
He walked across the board to the other side.
Actual. Actual means that something is real or true.
This is the actual sword that the king owned, not a fake one.
Actually. Actually means in fact or really.
My dad looks a little mean, but actually he's very kind.
Acute. When a bad thing is acute, it is very severe and intense.
When she fell out of the tree, the girl felt an acute pain in her arm.
Adapt. To adapt means to change in order to deal with a new situation or addition.
When he went to the new town, he had to adapt to all the weather changes.
Addict. An addict is a person who cannot stop doing or having something.
She was a coffee addict. She had more than 3 cups each day.
Adept. If someone is adept at something, they are very good at doing it.
The carpenter is very adept at building houses.
Adequate. When something is adequate, it is good enough for something else.
Without adequate notice of the roadblock, they will have to turn around.
Adhere. To adhere means to act in the way that a rule or agreement says is right.
If the new employees wish to succeed, they must adhere to the boss's rules.
Adhesive. An adhesive is a substance used for sticking things together.
The carpenter used an adhesive to hold the 2 pieces of wood together.
Adjoin. To adjoin something means to be next to or attached to something else.
She can listen to her brother's conversations because her room adjoins his.
Adjoining. If something is adjoining, it is next to or joined with a building or room.
I couldn't sleep because the people in the adjoining room were loud.
Adjust. To adjust something means to change it so it is better.
He adjusted the old guitar to make it sound better.
Administer. To administer means to take responsibility for organizing something.
The teacher's assistant will administer the test.
Administration. An administration is the group of people who manage a company or organization.
She hoped she could be promoted to a job in the administration.
Administrative. Administrative describes anything related to managing a company or organization.
I work as an administrative assistant to the owner of the company.
Administrator. An administrator is a person who controls a business, company, or organization.
Everyone in the store did whatever the administrator asked them to do.
Admiral. An admiral is someone who controls many military ships.
They won the sea battle because of the admiral's great leadership.
Admire. To admire someone is to like them for what they do.
I admire my brother for his hard work.
Admission. Admission is the act of allowing to enter a place.
The admission ticket to the movie was $5.
Admit. To admit something means to say that it is true.
I had to admit that I stole his idea.
Admonish. To admonish someone is to tell them you disapprove of their behavior.
The teacher admonished Mark because he was chewing gum in class.
Adolescent. An adolescent is a young person or a teenager.
The adolescent was excited about getting a skateboard for his birthday.
Adopt. To adopt someone is to make them as part of one's own family.
The girl was adopted by the couple when she was 3.
Adorn. To adorn something means to make it more beautiful by decorating it.
Small glass beads adorned the vase.
Advance. To advance is to go forward.
He advanced up the ladder slowly.
Advantage. An advantage is something that helps you.
Being tall is an advantage to a basketball player.
Advent. and Advent is